Hi, in this video we are going to look at what are the skills, why should we acquire it, and the career related to those skills and a lot more about it. So from the childhood to be grown up, you have learned a lots of things. Even you are learning right now as well. And why you do so? Because you want to live a better life. And for making things easy, we need to learn skills. So now the question will arise in your mind is that what does skill mean? So, here is a definition that the skill is the ability to do something well or become the expert in that area or field. Such as, we used to talk with people like friends, family, colleagues, and so on. But in terms of selling something, we need to learn to communicate well. We need to learn to convince people, and their convincing skills will come. So, like this, we have the thousands of skills to learn and implement to change the way to do the things. Okay, so now let's distinguish between the hard skills and soft skills. So the hard skills are the skills that are teachable abilities or skill sets that are easy to quantify. Let me give you an example of the hard skills. Then everything will be clear to you. Hard skills include proficiency in foreign language and having a degree or certificate, typing speed, cloud computing, computer programming, and etc. And on the other hand, soft skills are subjective skills that are much harder to quantify. It is also known as people skills or interpersonal skills. Soft skills relate to the way you relate to and interact with other people. Examples of the soft skills include communication, flexibility, leadership, motivation, problem solving abilities, persuasion, teamwork, and etc. Unlike hard skills, it is hard to point to specific evidence that you possess a soft skills. Just suppose if an employer is looking for someone who knows a programming language, that time you can share your grade in a class or point to a program you created using the language. But how can you show that you have a work ethic or any other soft skill? By just saying you have the skill isn't very meaningful. So instead of this, your best bet is to demonstrate that you possess this quality by sharing examples of times when you used it. There are lots of ways to learn it which totally depend on the people, that how they are going to approach it and what technique are they going to use. Remember the one thing is that learning a new skill a little bit stressful. So be patient and take time. So I'm going to give you some tips which will help you to learn new skills quickly. The first step to acquiring new skills quickly is to set a goal that you want to achieve. For instance, if you want to develop your public speaking skills, your learning goal might be to master the essential skills for delivering an impactful speech. Once you have set your learning goal, you can make approaches to learn new skills. The next step is break your main skill down into separate sub-skills that encompass the whole skill set. For instance, if you want to learn new technology skills, you might make a list of all the separate, smaller skills to master such as typing, creating documents, or compressing files to send in an email. After finding the best methods for approaching your learning, you should identify any potential barriers or challenges to your learning these skills. Make a list of these barriers such as finances, time, or commute, and then introduce a list of motivation for learning this new skill, such as career advancement, more money, or fluency in a second language for international level. By seeing both outlined together, you can determine how to make your development more accessible and realistic. Now it's time to learn a new thing, the 80-20 rule. The 80-20 rule refers to the idea that 20% of the learning approaches you identify and use can lead to accomplishing 80% of your goal. So, if your goal is to master essential communication skills, the 80-20 rule implies that you can master 20% of the communication sub-skills, such as improving tone, using professional vocabulary in written messages, or learning to interpret body language. So to master 80% of your overall communication skills. Finally, as you further develop in learning new skills, focus on one sub-skill at a time. Taking on a new skill set can often be overwhelming, but by separating it into small, achievable increments, you can chip away methodically to realize the whole. I have just given you the introduction of this topic and I would like you to explore more in deep. Best of luck for your learning new skills and bye-bye.